Welcome to Property Menu, your one-stop shop for all things property. My name is Uala, and we have a jam-packed show lined up just for you. On the show for today, you can look forward that is to property education and property tour, as well as property markets that we have lined up just for you. But at the same time, we are still tackling what is a backlog of housing in Namibia, and of course government has been trying very hard to meet this backlog and to bring it up to date to cater to everybody so that everyone can afford a property of their own. Now, most of the time, the focus all around Namibia, in society everywhere, has always been lower to middle income earners and the properties available to them. However, on the other side of that coin, we do have people who can afford a bit of luxury in their life and who can buy themselves property in a more elite and more premium prime area at the same time. Now, obviously today we're finding ourselves that is on the other side of Windhoek, right behind the State House in Auas, Blick, where the elites live. As you can see, the properties behind me, absolutely stunning, and some of you watching right now want to bring a little bit of paradise into your life, and because you've worked hard, you can afford it, you want to buy yourself a property upmarket in a place like Auas, Blick. We're going to show you just what is available to you today right here on Property Menu Show. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Swakopmund is a small town located in Namib Desert with about 45,000 inhabitants, making this town the fourth largest population in Namibia. When the Germans colonized Namibia, they settled here and built beautiful European-looking structures, colorful streets, and an amazing real estate. There are beautiful estates one can reside in Swakop, and also there are many upsides to owning a home right here in Swakopmund, which include being surrounded by the Namib Desert on three sides and the cold Atlantic waters to the west. Swakopmund has a great climate. It is densely populated, unlike Windhoek, which makes it a great place to buy real estate and raise a family. There are many gated estates for people in search of that type of real estate, but there are also beachfront homes for people who have the extra cash to spend, and there are also normal homes for average middle class or lower class families to live in. Throughout my stay in Swakop, I stay at the Hendrik Estate, and this is what the 3-bedroom bungalow offers. It comes with a garage, a mini garden. The property is sitting on 500 square meters. It is a 3-bedroom with a staff quarters. It has 2 kitchens, an outdoor sit-out area, and 2 living rooms. The price point for a property like this in Swakop average around 1.5 million Namibian dollars all the way to $2 million. Regardless of your income class, there is a neighborhood out here for you in Swakop. The very wealthy citizens live in beachfront homes costing more than 10 million Namibian dollars to buy, while the lower income class live in the city centers or right in the middle of town. You can visit myproperty.com.na or property24.com.na to see the available listing if you're looking at owning a home right here in Swakop. Walvis Bay is a coastal town where the ocean meets the city, with some of the most luxurious neighborhood and architecture, some of which can compete internationally. It is the second largest city in Windhoek with about 63,000 residents and the largest coastal city in the country. A succession of colonists developed this location and the resources of this strategic harbor settlement. Just like Swakopmund, Walvis Bay has an even more beautiful neighborhood and gated estate you can live in. Walvis Bay being an ocean city, there's a lot of beachfront properties which can cost a fortune, and there are also regular homes as well. An average person living and working in Walvis Bay typically earns about 17,400 Namibian dollars per month, while rental properties can cost as much as 15,000 Namibian dollars per month. That is to say, most people buying into the real estate in Walvis Bay are not citizens. They're mostly Germans or foreigners. Walvis Bay has some of the best road network, with some estates having underground cable network. It is so small that within 10 minutes you can drive to a nearby mall, bank, or the central area. If you are looking at buying a property in Walvis Bay, you can visit property.com.na or property24.com.na to see the available listing in Walvis Bay. Number 6 on the countdown is Rosemont Golf Estate, Swakopmund. This neighborhood has a lot of similarities with the Lakwe Golf Estate in Lagos we did a video about some months ago. The selling points here for this estate is the golf course, the Rosemont Resort, and its exclusivity from Swakopmund. The aerial view shows how secluded the neighborhood is, which could be a good and a bad thing at the same time. The estate has a unique look that no other estate in Namibia has. Homes here comes with enough green areas, trees along driveways, and even around the estate itself. Rosemont Golf Estate has a regulatory authority that makes residents live by the rules of the estate, and most of these residents are retirees or citizens who own getaway homes to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. Driving through this estate made me fall in love with it more and even more. There's a building code. Landowners, before being granted permission to build, have to submit a drawing for approval. Property prices average about 2 million Namibian dollars for a plot of land and about 5 million Namibian dollars for a 4-bedroom.
Welcome to the Red Desk, the place for learning about all the ins and outs of homeownership. Today we're talking about mistakes. Who hasn't made one, or many? Ever buy something and immediately want to return it? I know I have. Regretting a pair of jeans is one thing, regretting a home purchase is a whole other. That's the kind of mistake that stays with you. So, you ready to make the leap? But maybe you're getting cold feet? No worries. Buying your first home is really exciting and nerve-wracking. My hands get clammy just thinking about it. Whew. When I bought my first house, it was like I was literally standing on the doorstep to my new life. Like, it's a really cool experience, and I'm excited for you to have it. But the thing about home buying is, it's really easy to get carried away. There are so many things to remember and figure out before you sign on that dotted line. It doesn't matter if you're super organized or if you're like me and you can't keep a calendar. If you don't know what to look for when you're buying a home, you are going to make mistakes. And they could cost you big time. Today, I've got a listicle for you. 7 of the biggest home buying mistakes and how to avoid them. These are the classics, and if you take each of these lessons to heart, you're way more likely to walk out of the home buying process feeling like a champ. Houses are a lot like puppies, easy to get attached to, but you should never go puppy shopping before you see if the people you're living with are cool with dogs. Same thing goes for houses. Waiting on your loan approval? Stick to window shopping on Rocket Homes before you start setting up appointments to see houses. Fact is, the amount you're approved for can change literally everything. So be patient and get your mortgage approved first to narrow your search. Appraisers make sure that the seller is pricing the home appropriately. No funny business. But they also make sure that the buyer doesn't pay more than they should, no matter how much they love the home. Your mortgage lender will only give you a loan up to the appraised value of the home you want to buy. So if the appraisal comes in lower than asking price, you can't ask for a bigger mortgage. You'll have to make the difference up yourself in cash. Don't get upset. If the professional is saying your dream home isn't worth the money, you should listen and keep looking. There are always more fish in the sea. Say it with me. Not all lenders are created equal. It's like different airlines. Sure, they may all get you to the destination, but the experience and price can change a lot. And it's easy to forget that even though you can feel like the lenders have all the negotiating power, you are a customer that they want. Own it. So what should you look for? Well, interest rates and annual percentage rates for sure. But you should also keep title fees, closing costs, customer service, and reputation in mind too. Lower rates and fees can save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars. It's true, but remember that you're about to be working with this company for decades. Make sure it's someone who treats you with respect. Remember, you aren't just buying the house, you're buying the neighborhood. Not literally, but you know what I mean. You gotta think about schools, noise, neighbors, how close the grocery store is there a donut shop within a 5-minute walk for those really important times when you need a donut? You know what I mean. The point is, don't forget to zoom out when buying a home. You're buying a lifestyle too. Number 5 is simple, but sometimes our dreams get the best of us. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Just because you can buy a more expensive house doesn't mean you should buy a more expensive house. Mortgages can feel so big they lose some of their meaning too. So in choosing between a $250,000 loan and a $300,000 loan, it's easy to be like, what's another $50,000 when I'm spending $250,000? Instead of thinking about it that way, just imagine you got a bill in the mail for $50,000. Feels like a lot of money now, yeah? When you're caught up in the home buying fever, it's easy to look past issues that feel small. But if you notice any red flags, think about the worst possible outcome and make sure the buy is still worth it if that were to happen. Here are a couple to watch out for. Low school rankings or high crime rates, interior or exterior odors, DIY repairs, renovations, and additions, pest damage, lack of permits or compliance documentation, any other issues raised by the inspector, or any issues potentially downplayed on the housing disclosure. The trick to keeping your spidey senses sharp is simply remembering that people get attached to houses and overlook things. Knowing you are susceptible to bias equals a defense against that bias. On the other hand, you're about to spend a lot of time in this house. Don't settle when making one of the biggest decisions of your life. The last thing you want to do is force yourself to live with something you hate or feel lukewarm about. If something bugs you, own it and figure out if it's a deal breaker. Our advice? Make a list of those absolute deal breakers and keep it with you when looking at homes. If the home features one of those deal breakers, it isn't the one for you. This makes it easier to not get emotionally attached to any home unless it checks all the boxes. We made it! Counted all the way to 7.
The Property Menu, NBC TV Property Magazine, offers a wide variety of information, news, education. Whether your interest lies in buying, selling, or in making your house more cozy and classy. If it's home financing services you're interested in, or you're simply looking to increase the value of your property, the Property Menu is sure to expertly deliver. That's right, welcome back. You are still viewing that is Property Menu right here on NBC TV. Now last week we were that is at Thorn Valley Estate on the other side of Windhoek, where we got to showcase what development is happening over there. This time around we are finding ourselves that is in Auas Blick, right behind the State House, where we will be speaking that is to Mr. Joseph Shikesho, who happens to be the CEO that is of Tioleni Aero Trading CC. Mr. Joseph, thank you so much and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mr. Joseph, you are the CEO that is of Tioleni Aero Trading CC. Can you tell us a bit more about this company?
Tioleni Aero Trading CC is a company that was launched on the 1st of November 2021 with the aim of providing houses affordable to Namibian citizens. Our aim is to provide houses to low-income people, to people that can't afford houses via the bank, or maybe they don't have subsidies since they are not working for the government. Some people, they are self-employed. However, in the meantime, we found that could not be only the market or the targeted client, due to the fact that through our marketing, we end up receiving more clients, even that are using bank approval or people that are using subsidy. Still, they are also in need of houses. What I want to say here is that we have a shortage of houses, or let's say the demand for houses in Namibia is very high. That's why today we are here at Auas Blick, busy saving this land to make sure we cater for all the client, be it bank approval client or private client or anyone. We have to make sure we cater to anyone or to accommodate anyone, to make sure our aim is just to make sure we make house affordable in Namibia.
Mr. Joseph, kindly tell us what exactly is Tuoleni Aero Trading CC doing on this site right here?
What is happening here at Auas Blick Extension 1, Tuoleni Aero Trading is busy on clearing and then saving the land. Clearing is mean we need to demolish all those stones that you are seeing around there, and we need to make sure we insert minerals and then all electrical water to make so that we can begin with the construction. Now what is happening here, we are just busy on clearing the land, which is now called saving the land, so that we can begin with the construction of houses. Because for us, before we insert houses, we need to clear the land so that it can be ready for construction or for building houses.
So, Mr. Shikesho, this is obviously an upper class area and obviously sitting right behind the State House that is as well. One wouldn't expect something simple from you guys. So tell me, what type of houses are you building right here on this site?
Okay, what we are going to build here, we are going to build freestanding houses, whereby we are starting with the 2-bedroom houses. All our 2-bedroom houses got a garage, which is a single garage, and all the main room got its own shower and toilet. And each house has got 2 shower, and which one being in the main room, and the other one is the one that can be used by the other room. While we come to the 3-bedroom, all our 3-bedroom are double garage, and all the main bedroom for each houses got its own shower and then its own toilet. As we said here, we are accommodating clients that qualify with the bank. It's obvious we need to code them depending on how much they qualify with, which means it's a bit luxury house.
I have emphasized over and over that we are right behind the State House. Now, let's talk price, Mr. Shikesho. How much would a house cost me right here, right behind the State House at this development?
As you can see, we are in Auas Blick. We are behind the State House. The price of these houses begin from 1.5 million. The reason behind is because the land itself, where it is, it's already expensive, and you can see we are just behind the State Houses and we are next to Kering Coupe. We all know that houses this side are very much expensive, and what is matter here, you're gonna get the house really worth it. We make sure that we provide something that worth million something. It's not like we are going to provide just a 2-bedroom simple, then we say it is 1.5, but we have to make sure our luxury house that we're gonna be built this side. That's why our houses begin at, the price begin at 1.5 million upward.
Mr. Shikesho, thank you so very much, that is, for that enlightening us exactly what development is happening right here in Auas Blick. Thank you for your time. I know you are a very busy man, but thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, sir.
That's right, that was Mr. Shikesho, the CEO that is of Tuoleni Aero Trading CC, giving us a bit more insight as to what is happening right here, that is in Auas Blick, Phase 1, Extension 1, that is of Auas Blick right here on the other side, on the outskirts of Windhoek. My name is Uala. We will be back on the other side of this. Stay tuned.
Situated approximately 55 kilometers from Windhoek and about 10 kilometers from Okahanja, Osona village has become the preferred housing community of many families around Windhoek and Okahanja. Constructed on a 1,100 hectare piece of land, it is one of the biggest and fastest developing properties in Namibia. The Government Institutions Pension Fund, GIPF, has invested about 90 million Namibian dollars in the housing development by Preferred Land Development Property and the Osona Property Management Group. The project is anticipated to provide 14,000 housing units upon completion. So far, nearly 1,000 housing units have been completed. GIPF's investment at Osona is a dream come true for many, as it is the answer to the growing market need for quality and affordable housing for aspiring homeowners.
The project has a total of 14 to 15,000 houses that are projected to be developed, and currently we have 960 houses that are completely constructed and are transferred to homeowners, which projects a population of approximately 4,000 people right now staying in Osona.
The housing units at Osona Village range from 2 to 3 bedrooms, either as sectional titles or loose-standing houses on single residential urban. Shonena noted that the project has impacted Namibia's economy not only through the provision of housing, but also through employment creation. An outdoor lifestyle is encouraged at Osona, meaning provision is made for children and families to engage in fun activities while also feeling safe within the complex. Sales and marketing agent Horatius Abrams said the 3 pre-primary schools at Osona Village provide a safe and fun learning environment for children while their parents are at work.
So what we do at Osona, as you can see behind me, we not only provide housing, but we provide housing with a safety feature as well, and for the kids as well. The kids are the forefront of our next generation, so if they don't have an adequate place to play, then nothing will happen. So as you see, we have a play park here. Play park is fully operational. On the growth of Osona, now each extension will have its own play park going forth. Pre-primaries currently, we have 3 of them operational. They are fully operational, meaning that you as the parent, you can drop your kid, you can go to Windhoek, work and come back, and your kids will be in safe hands. The primary school is starting on next year, grade 0 to grade 3. Alright, our current sporting activities we have a recently established Osona Football Academy. It's not only for boys but for girls as well. So within next year we want to create a fully accredited field for the residents to enjoy. Entertainment, we're looking at creating recreational parks by December, meaning that the family doesn't have to go out to enjoy themselves. So we will be within the vicinity of Osona.
There is currently a fixed anchor shop at the village, but a larger mall is envisaged for next year, which will not only be making provision for shopping but also for other services such as dental care, among others. Homeowner Andrea said he moved to Osona Village as it is affordable and safe.
The reason why I moved here was because of the affordability of the houses. It's safe, it's far from the city. So the quietness and safety and security played a very big role in me having to move to Osona Village. I work in Windhoek, so it takes me about 30 minutes to drive from Osona Village to Windhoek, which is really not bad because the road is a dual carriageway as well. So it's quite a good road. My current experience with Osona Village, it's a very peaceful village, so to say. It's very safe, it's very secure. We have security at the entrance. We have security patrols at night. There are no shebeens, and residents actually respect each other.
Hans van Wyk and his wife Delia van Wyk moved to Osona Village nearly 2 years ago after Hans retired.
Ons het 'n fout gemaak om te kom bly. Regtig ook nie. So ons gaan aan. En hy is mos retired en hy het 'n plekkie gesoek wat nou regtig. Dit moet rustig wees, hy wil stilte hê. Ons gaan in ons kamer, ons fevelentjie. So waar niks wat rondom ons aangaan of so.
Fortunately for Hans, who has more time on his hands since retiring, plans are underway to bring other amenities to Osona Village.
The dual carriageway between Windhoek and Okahanja that will be passing through the middle of Osona Village development will be an advantage to the homeowners of Osona Village, as it will save them time, and it is also for their own safety as they commute to and from work every day.
Being a part of this project has been a life-changing platform for me. In a sense, it helped me on an individual base grow, in a sense of gain exceptional interpersonal skills, hence working hand in hand with the developers on site on a daily basis, and also accumulate so much construction related experience. Of course, 2 years in the game has been I'm privileged to have that today. As we all know, everyone would love to have or own a home at some stage in their life. So I am privileged to have or to be a part of this project and gain first-hand experience in it.
Joseph Nicodemus, an employee at RK Investment, which is one of the subcontracted companies, said he is grateful for the opportunity as he is now able to support his family with the salary he receives.
Welcome back. Now, of course, this was Property Menu right here on NBC TV with your boy Uala, and most definitely I must say I'm extremely impressed as to the extent of the development happening all around Namibia for that matter, but Windhoek specifically. We started the show that is in Auas, Blick, right behind the State House, but right now, as you can see where I'm finding myself, this is in Auas, right on the other end. So it's really impressive to see how the suburbs are interconnecting as we're all fighting to combat that is the housing backlog that we currently have in our country. So I am right here on the other side on the highway heading that is to the State House, or sorry, to the airport, and where we entered was right behind the State House. So it's quite impressive because I met some folks jogging on the other side in Auas, Blick, and now I'm seeing some ladies jogging on the other side in Auas. So yeah, quite impressive, and in terms of development and the suburbs interconnecting the way they currently are. Feel free to check us out, that is on our social media platforms. On YouTube you can find us, that is Property Menu, as well as on Facebook, Property Menu. My name is Uala, and please by all means feel free to engage us on anything, any queries that you might have regarding the show, regarding any property that you've seen on the program. We are more than willing to assist you in any regard possible. This was Property Menu. We wish you pleasant viewing. Goodbye.